Hello everybody, I'm here again. Now in this video I'm going to explain you the Mastery 23, which is this one. It's called when to use what type of repetition in a program. Well, there are uh, there are many types of repetition. It's while, for, not recursive and non-recursive. Well, here is let me show you some programs for you to understand it more easier. Here is the the recursive repetition, which is a program in Fibonacci using the recursive here, which is just take the number and put it -1 or well, like here in Fibonacci, the Fibonacci of a number is the number -1 plus the number -2. And here is the example of a recursive way, which is easy and it's short and it's very useful in programs that number one can use recursive methods, because sometimes you can't use recursive methods. You you have to use more algebraic or math on non-recursive methods or while in loop. Well, more there are loops, not they are not repetitive. Mm, these ones. Well, for algorithms. Now I'm gonna show you a non-recursive, which is this one. What is the difference? In the recursive, you see that you call the function, which is named Fibonacci or whatever, like here, but instead of using the sum of the Fibonacci and the number -1 or the number -2, here you use a for loop. In the recursive, you don't use a for loop or a while loop to do the the program. Like here, it does the same. If the number is equal to 0 or 1, return the number. That's easy. And here's the main part in the non-recursive program. It uses a for loop, like here, for, like I equal 2. So if the number is 2 and I less or equal the number that you give, and it will sum one number in each thing. So the for loop will start in 2 until it's less or equal to the number you gave, and it will add a number to the 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So what do I did here? First, I declare a variable called next, one called second, which is 1, and a first, which is 0. So what is next? Next is the first plus the second number, in this case 1. Then first is equal to second, and then second equals the next. So it does a kind of repetitive thing, while the for loop is good, and it doesn't, well the condition of the for loop is getting done. Then I have my main here, and just, well, the main thing, which you ask the user for a number and it returns you the Fibonacci of that number. So you can see here very clearly the difference between non-recursive and recursive. When to use a recursive or a non-recursive? The recursive is easier, it's shorter, but not every time you can use a recursive, because it isn't with a loop. It's just with simple programs, with simple math problems. And the non-recursive, it it's larger, it's more difficult to understand and more difficult to type the code, but it can use it in more programs. It it has a loop, so it's easier to do a large amount of numbers. And well, that's the main part. So it depends on the program you want to make or the code you are typing when to use a recursive or a non-recursive. I hope you learn with this video and enjoy it. Thank you.